Hello, boys and girls. We are back to Pet to Predator, Memoir of a Feline Hunter, and we're picking up in Chapter 8, which is entitled Weird Looking Cat. Most of my hunting takes place inside. It had to since, well, I'm an inside cat, but I also guard our outside from unwanted guests. One of these intruders was never seen by Jody, but it was a consistent pest to me, as well as the ladies who live on either side of us. Each morning, Jody drove off and left me home alone during the school year. During my first year, it was quite traumatizing, but alas, by now it was a nice time alone. You see, Jody thinks cats should be cuddly and affectionate, and well, that is just not me. So while she's in her classroom, I get to be an independent lion without being petted or hugged. Well, on one of these many mornings alone, I sat on the chair at the back kitchen window. As I sat in the warmth of the sunshine, I saw it. It was the strangest looking cat I had ever seen. It was grayish black, just like me. However, its tail was much bushier. I mean, my tail gets fuzzed up when I'm on alert, which it did at this point. But even then, it was not nearly as bushy as this cat. I knew this cat was up to no good. How did I know, you ask? Well, it was wearing a mask. Like the bad guys on the television Jody watches. I kid you not. This cat was wearing a mask, so I wouldn't be able to identify him if I was asked about the mess left behind. What mess? Well, Jody had put the trash out back for the big trucks to pick up. This bandit cat jumped up on the top of the one which had its lid blown off. He started eating the trash. I don't blame him. Sometimes I would do that. Same thing, especially if Jody had made tuna salad or anything with meat. I love to lick the packaging that once had meat. It's so tasty. Oops, I need to focus. Well, by the time the bandit cat was finished, the garbage was all over the backyard. I knew Jody would ask me about it when she got home. I was ready with my description. A few naps later, Jody walked in, and while she was making dinner, she looked out the back window. She was not happy at all. A bandit cat did it. He was gray with a bushy tail, I meowed. What a mess. I wonder which dog did it, she questioned. It wasn't a dog. It was the gray bandit cat, I exclaimed. Ugh, I didn't even know there were dogs on this block, she added. You know, sometimes humans don't listen at all. It's like they don't even speak our language. You would not believe what happened next. Bandit cat came back. I mean it. He came back every single day. Most of the time, he just hung out on top of the back part of Tom's house. The ladies on either side of us weren't happy either. Then, just as quickly as he started visiting our neighborhood, he disappeared. I bet one of the zooming cars got him. It happens to the best of us ferocious felines. It could happen to bad bandits, too. Guess what, Jasper? Suzanne just told me a raccoon had been visiting Tom's house every day. Have you seen it? Jody questioned. Nope. I don't even know what a raccoon is, but maybe the bandit cat saw it. Oh, and we have two pictures. Here's a picture of Jasper sitting by the back window. And then here he is again. He liked that window. He could keep an eye on everything. Chapter 9, Intruder Named Buzz. At 8 years, I had almost mastered my needed hunting techniques. Whether it was Little Gray's family or Crawler's cousins, I was always prepared to attack and show the intruders that I did not allow their kind of critter in my kingdom. However, sometimes I could still be surprised by those who sought refuge, which means safety for people who may not belong, in our house. One day, that uninvited guest was Buzz. I named him Buzz because he buzzed. Why else? Anyway, he snuck in when Miss Fuzzy Hair entered after school. She was so tired that she didn't even notice him flying to our castle, but I did. I mean, I am a ninja cat, ready for all enemies, so I was ready to capture this noisy intruder. He planted himself at the top of the front door, so as any good hunter does, I waited. I tried to wait quietly. I tried to not force the attack, but Miss Fuzzy Hair doesn't hunt. She didn't know the correct strategy, so she distracted me. Meow, I said quietly to focus my attention on my prey. What are you doing, silly kitty? Jody asked. Ugh, silly kitty, I hated when she called me that. You don't refer to a feared hunter as a silly kitty, so I ignored her. Why are you meowing? Is there something up there? She questioned. Of course there is. Would I waste good napping minutes if I wasn't ready to attack this intruder? I meowed. Then she had the nerve to get up and come over to the door. What are you doing? I do not need your help, I reacted. Yikes, that thing could cause pain, she said. Pain? He won't know what hit him when I finally pounce on him, I boasted. Now, I should have learned that boasting is not a good habit. It never leads to anything positive. I should have known. But it was so small, and I was a big beast of a cat, right? So I sat and I watched. I stretched out on the floor and continued to watch. Man, I didn't think Buzz was ever going to come down. But then he must have gotten tired. Maybe he was hungry. I didn't know, but he slowly dropped to the floor. Now, I am a ferocious feline, but I can have compassion. Buzz just wasn't himself, so I simply inched toward him. Listen, noisy guy, you weren't invited, so you just need to leave, I suggested. Buzz didn't even let out a little buzz. I proceeded with caution and tapped him on the back. Hey, that felt a little weird, I remarked. Still, he just laid there, doing nothing, saying nothing. How boring. So as any curious cat would do, I sniffed him. He smelled different than Crawler or Little Gray. Well, I let curiosity get to me, and I lapped him right up and chomped down twice. Not too tasty. That was a bit odd. Goodness, I hoped curiosity wouldn't kill the cat. In today's final chapter, tummy troubles. Well, it didn't kill me, obviously, since I'm writing my memoir, but it did mess with my tummy. Yet, it didn't deter me. That means change my actions. Over the next weeks, I realized we were getting quite a few of these 6- and 8-legged critters. I did what any skilled hunter would do. I killed, then I ate. Humans do this all the time. I mean, Jody didn't, but Connor and his dad did. They hunted bigger things, and they ate them. So see, I am a hunter just like them, only I use my paws, claws, and teeth rather than guns. Let's face it, guns aren't meant to be fired with paws. It just wouldn't work. I must admit, though, not every prey was meant for dinner. I soon found this out the hard way. All these successful hunts and dinners began to cause odd things to happen. These odd things seemed to scare Jody. She doesn't scare easily. Well, actually, she does. You can jump down from the closet shelf and she'll scream. You should try it. This was a different kind of fear. This was similar to the days of my litter box issue. As much as I dreaded where this fear would end up taking me, I somehow thought that Dr. Simon would be the ideal human to figure out why I just wasn't myself. And so here we have Jasper back in his jail, his plastic jail, ready to go to the vet. Okay, this is just between us, so you shouldn't tell others. But me, the king of Jody's world, had started drooling. How embarrassing. I would spread out on the coffee table, but feline spit would drop from the corners of my mouth. See, this is why Jody started being concerned, so she called the dreaded V word and loaded me up. As I always did, I cried all the way up to the animal doctor, and then I transformed into the cowardly lion. I am so not proud of these moments, but it's part of life, I suppose. I bet you get scared sometimes too, so you shouldn't judge me. What's up with Jasper this time? Dr. Simon asked. He's drooling, Jody replied. Well, that's not good, she responded. Then she started squeezing this part and that part. She took my temperature and listened to my heart. I tried to respond as a ferocious feline, but between my fear and my tummy ache, I just cried. So have you changed his food? Dr. Simon asked. No, but he has been eating every bug that sneaks into our house. I've seen him eat a wasp, a spider, and a cricket, Jody explained. Well, I'll give you something to treat his tummy issues, but it's most likely just a reaction to one of those things he ate. If the problem continues, you should bring him back and we can do some tests, she added. Bring me back? I don't think so. I'll just try to eat less intruders, I added. Would you believe they just ignored me? You would think after 8 years of living with me Jody and Dr. Simon would figure it out. I mean, after all Dr. Simon's years as an animal doctor, you would think they would understand me better than this. Oh well, maybe we should find that Dr. Doolittle. I hear he can understand us. And tomorrow we will begin with chapter 11, which is called The Fragrance of Fun. I wonder what that fragrance will be. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you later.